Hello students, and today we're going to look at solving multi-step equations. So here's your learning goal for the day. I can solve multi-step equations in one variable. How are you going to solve multi-step equations? Very first thing, the new thing of this section is combining like terms on one or both sides. So there's usually going to be about two x's or two things with variables. You're going to combine them. And then you're going to decide what to undo first. Basically, it becomes a two-step problem. Not too bad. Then you're going to use PEMDAS backwards. So you're going to do addition or subtraction first, and then multiplication or division. So let's take a look at one of these kinds of problems. So we have 5 equals 5m minus 23 plus 2m. Very first thing I'm going to do, combine my like terms. So I notice 5m and 2m are together. I need to combine those two. They're like terms. So 5m plus 2m, that's 7m, right? 5 plus 2, that's 7. So then I'm going to add 23 to both sides here. 5 plus 23, that is 28, equals 7m. Negative 23 plus 23. That's 0, so that's going to cancel out. And then let's divide by 7. 28 divided by 7, that's 4. So 4 equals m. Not too bad, right? It's pretty easy. Let's try this one. I have 11m minus 8 minus 6m equals 22. Very first thing, combine your m's. I notice I have 11m and a negative 6m. So let's combine those. 11 minus 6, that's 5. So I'm going to have 5m minus 8 equals 22. Now it becomes a normal problem. So I'm going to do addition and subtraction first. So let's add 8, right? Because I got to undo that negative 8. 5m, negative 8 plus 8, gone, equals 22 plus 8, that is 30. Got to undo the multiplication here. Let's divide by 5. Come up here. 5 divided by 5, that cancels out, left with a 1. So that's just m, right? And then 30 divided by 5, well, that's 6. So m looks like he equals 6. Here's where it gets a little bit more interesting. So I got distributive property here. So I need to use the distributive property, which we learned about last unit. So I'm going to use my distributive property. So negative 8 is going to multiply by both those guys. So negative 8 times 2x. So negative 8 times 2 is negative 16x. And then negative 8 times negative 1 is a positive 8. Now it becomes just like my two steps that we were doing earlier. So first, undo the addition by using subtraction. Negative 16x. Cancel my 8's out. Get 36 minus 8. Well, that's just 28, I think. Gotta get that x alone. So to undo multiplication, we're going to divide. So, pop back up here. X equals, because my negative 16 and my negative 16 cancel out, negative 28 over 16. Now, I took that negative up to the top so I don't forget about him. That's the only reason I did that. That's a decimal. But I don't want decimals. I love fractions. Gotta keep using them. Gotta get used to them, right? So we can get, when we get up to higher math, we're not afraid of them. So I notice I can take a 2 out of both of these guys. So I'm going to get negative 28 divided by 2, that's negative 14. 16 divided by 2, that's 8. It looks like another 2 can come out. So let's divide by another 2. Negative 14 divided by 2, that's negative 7. And 8 divided by 2, that's 4. that looks done. So x equals negative 7/4, same as negative 1.75. What about something that contains your best friends known as fractions? 3x divided by 4 minus x divided by 3 equals 10. That is gross, right? How are we going to solve this problem? Here is your best bet. Let's get rid of those fractions, right? That's what's scaring us. So what number can I multiply all of these by to get rid of the 4 and the 3? Well, a common denominator of 4 and 3 is 12, right? So what if I multiplied each of these parts by 12? Okay, with me so far? So now I would get 3 times 12, well that's 36x, minus 12 times x, that's 12x, and then 10 times 12 is 120. Now, see what happened to our fractions. 36 divided by 4, well, that's 9x, right? Because 36 divided by 4, that's 9. 12 and 3, that breaks down. I get 4x. Look how much easier this problem just became. So 9x minus 4x, that's 5x, right? Nowhere in my life would I have said this is 5x over here. Solve for x. I get 120 divided by 5 is 24, I think. Pretty sure. Let's check on the calculator. Yep, I'm right. 24. So what's really nice about this is you kind of get rid of those fractions, which are kind of scary to begin with. Let's try another problem like this, because I know these are hard ones. So I have 2b divided by 5 plus 3b divided by 4 equals 3. So find the number that 5 and 4 both can go into, or both can both divide into. 20, right? So I can multiply everybody by 20. So let's multiply the numerators. 20 times 2b, that's 40b over 5, plus 3 times 20, that's 60b over 4, equals 3 times 20, which is 60. Now, 40 over 5. 40 divided by 5 is 8. So I can make that 8b. 60 divided by 4. 60 divided by 4 is kind of a hard one. Let's do it in my calculator quick. 60 divided by 4, that's 15. So that's 15b. That equals 60. This is so simple now. 8b plus 15b, well, that's 23b. That equals 60. So solve, divide by 23. 60 divided by 23, there's no numbers that can come out of 60 and 23. So we're just going to leave it as 60 over 23. Same answer. There's decimal for that. It's really long, it's really gross, doesn't end really nice. So we're just going to leave it 60 over 23. Problem 6. Let's try this one. I have 1/9 equals 5 over 6 minus m over 3. I don't even know what to do. I would subtract 5/6. That half might come down there and it'll take forever. So let's find a number that both of those can go into. All three of those. What number can 9, 6, and 3 all go into? Well, 3 and 9 go into 9, but 6 doesn't. 12, 6 and 3, but not 9. What about 18? 18 goes into all of them, right? So we're going to use 18 as the number we're going to multiply. Whoops. So I'm going to get 18 over 9 equals 18 times 5, 90, I think. 90 over 6. And then I'm going to get 18m over 3. Okay. Now, 18 over 9, that's the same as 2. And 90 over 6, that's 15. So then 18m over 3, that's 18 and 3, that's 6. So I'm going to get 6m. Simplifies down. Oh my goodness, this is such an easy problem. 2 equals 15 minus 6m. Look at the difference between these two problems. I would so love to solve the one I just made. So I'm going to subtract 15 from both sides. 2 minus 15 is negative 13. Divide by negative 6 to get that m alone. I'm going to get 13 over 6 equals m. Notice I dropped the negatives because the negative divided by a negative is in fact a positive. And that's the end of this video. See you later, Savers.